Welcome back to Today's video. I'm playing Planet Coaster, and today's video we're going to be finishing up where we left off in the last episode, and that is finishing up our GCI. So we still have to do the don't dive fencing all around the ride, tunnel part here, fencing over here, border fencing for the park, maintenance area, and then also hopefully the Ferris wheel and the bridge. If I do start to run out of time, I will cut the Ferris wheel, and that will do when we work on this general area. But I do want to definitely try and get the bridge done in this episode. If not, then that will be probably something we'll leave for when we do the train, because I know I said I would give that, either do that in the finishing touches episode or give it its own little episode. But I'll get to work on this. I'm kind of short on time, so I don't know how much we'll get done entirely, but I do hope to try and get as much done as possible. So see you in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I finished the build. I did not get to the Ferris wheel, so that we'll do in another episode. So we'll start over here. Here we got our bridge. Letting all along, we got the wooden fence here, and then beneath it we have concrete piers, or not, yeah, piers. Yeah, well, supports for it. They come up, and we got that, which, alright, I'm tripping. Alright, and then, that's our entrance into the back area of the ride. We'll talk about that in a minute. Then coming along here, we do have a new type of lamppost. These are completely custom. You know, I love my wood beams. Then we got the cube for ride. There's no ride out, so that ain't a big deal. I was just going to be in the queue. We got our first Cataplane. There is no sign yet, because I need a name for this ride. So leave that in the comments. I'll put it in the next episode or two. But so first Cataplane, then we go into the second Cataplane, then stairs to go up into the station. Stuff we talked about in the last episode. Then we have a little base for the whole entire thing. After we exit the station, we got a place to put loose articles there. Photos, come down the ramp, and then we have our gift shop. That's basic, quick overview of what we did in the last episode. But we come over here to our maintenance area. Come along here. This is our maintenance building. I've got access to it from the bottom here, 2 spots. Then this is inside. Most maintenance buildings for wood coasters are like this. They typically have something that blocks the view of guests into the maintenance area, but they don't necessarily need that, so I just decided not to do that. And so we just have normal catwalks. We do have places to walk or to get off the catwalks too, just across, and this is our garage door. They would be able to get stuff in and out with the crane through that. And then just nothing much to it, just big building. But it definitely fits in this area very nicely, I would say, with the station. And then we come down here, go up our left hill, and then we come down. We got our ride camera over here. Oop, we do need to fix that. That is floating. That is not ideal. Set it over there. There we go. And then we just keep on going along here. Stuff we talked about in the last episode. Trees, bushes, stuff like that, flowers. We do have don't dive fencing. This is where stuff gets pretty awkward with the don't dive fencing, because I didn't really know how they would do this because of the rock here. Oh, why is there a tree here? Yeah, so there's a bunch of little things that I didn't go through and do. It's fine. Definitely turned out nice though. So I didn't know how they would do this, but I just figured that they would stop people from getting onto the covering. And I didn't make it a full tunnel, it just covers up the side, but it definitely makes the coaster feel a lot more unique compared to other GCIs and most coasters that have tunnels like this. Or maybe not tunnels for rocks that might fall on the track, but just tunnels in general. They're like wooden tunnels like the Beast. And coming along there, same thing. Get a nice head chopper right here too. Gets very close. Honestly, I was considering that to be maybe within the envelope, but I would say it's fine. Then we got our fence, just keeps going along here. And then you wouldn't need a fence here because this is a sheer cliff, basically, so natural barrier, for 1. And 2, there's no actual way to easily get up there without any sort of rock climbing equipment, so I would imagine, so leave it with that. And then our don't dive fencing then comes down the hill, along here. Then we come out to our service road, this turnaround area. border fence for the park, because this is the edge of the park, and then we just put in a bunch of trees. This area, we might put in more trees in here. I don't know yet. It doesn't really change the view of the park from the inside. You don't see out there with the dense trees right here. That'll just pretty much depend on percent left over from after the park's finished. That's something we'll do in the Final Touch episode. But yeah, so we'll look at the ride at night now. There's nothing out here as usual, but come into here. Start over at the bridge again. I did do the same lights that we have along the main midway here for the bridge. Just keep going along, same spacing, roughly, until we get to here. No lights on the service road. And then we have these lights, which they aren't floodlights, but they're enough to light up the area. And I would say they turned out pretty nicely. I did consider putting in a fence along here, which I mean, would probably look better with that, but save on percent and also just save on me doing stuff. I think it would turned out fine without a fence. Maybe something we could go back and do. Honestly, I ain't gonna bother doing that though. Let's be honest. But we got those same lampposts in the first Cowping queue, and then over here we just have floodlights along the station wall. And then we come up here into the station, floodlights. Station's pretty well lit up. You would want that. And then we come out to here. Floodlights along the maintenance building, and also along here for the ramp. And then we have the what's it called? Store. Nice and lit up. The only bad thing about how the store is that you need to have this open while the ride's operating, because then people can't exit. It just means they need at least an extra staff member. I didn't do anything for the lighting inside the maintenance building though, so it's really dark in here, but they wouldn't realistically be doing much work. And even if they were doing work, then they would turn the lights on, but if they weren't doing work, which they aren't doing work right now, necessarily, they wouldn't leave the lights on, so it's fine. And yeah, I will go for a ride on it, and so the next episode we'll then probably get to work on the ride that will go in here, and that will span a lot of this area. And then after that ride, we just have another coaster and then some finishing of flat rides that will go along here, and then we have our water park. So the series is starting to come to a close, but I would say this park is turning out really nice. But like I said, we'll go for a ride out on the Woody, and then I'll meet up, or I won't be back up with y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the next one. Bye!